So you said our influence is growing, so are our challenges. But over the years, we have done a lot of good work. Yet, after that, we've not been able to achieve anything anything with regards to, let's say, having our influence over international bodies. For example, IMF gave money to Pakistan for 24 times. And that's, I don't know how. So even 25th time they'll be back and doing it, right? India says that Pakistan, whatever they're doing is not our concern because we don't care. Right? Yet we protest it every time. So we keep protesting it. Nobody listens to us. What kind of rising influence is that?
So let me give you a counter to this. Hyderabad, it's part of India.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Absolutely.
There is no question about Hyderabad being part of India.
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect. Look at the record of the UN. Every year, Pakistan, there is an item on the United Nations Security Council agenda, the Hyderabad question. So, let me explain what is this. You may be thinking, strange, I came back to Hyderabad. There is no question of Hyderabad, but there is an agenda item. So, the way the process works in these international bodies is simple. If one country which has brought that dispute or that issue to the Security Council wants to keep it, it will be interminally. If there is a case or not case or nothing, there is no case about Hyderabad now. But in 1947, when the Nizam and the police action was taking place, this was an issue there at that time, and nothing happened there. It's finished. But Pakistan writes, and it's continued. Now we have a choice. We can spend our energy there, or we can say, nonsense, let them do what they want. How does it matter to me? So this is what it is.
Forever.
It will be there till Pakistan decides not to write and say. So the procedure in these bodies is such that it is a maze. You can either bang your head and get hurt or find ways out of the maze. So I am not interested in finding a solution to this maze, whether they want to write and is this a dispute? No, it's not been discussed for 75 years. It's not an issue for me. I don't see how it is. Even Pakistan doesn't see, but it is out of cussedness. They write that. Every year they write, please keep this on the agenda. So my point is that international bodies are reflective of the procedures they are. It's like UK. The UK is no longer among the top 5 countries in the world in any metrics. Yet it's a permanent member. And we cannot change it because it's not like my instant phone. I cannot update it. So I either say, I don't want anything to do with the UN. Or I say, okay, this part I don't take. I have many other things I'll do with that. So that's how we need to look at these things. I will gain what I want. The rest I'm not bothered about, and it does not do any harm to me. It's okay.
But are you comparing Pakistan's issue of Hyderabad with our issue with IMF?
Our issue with IMF, we have always said this is not our issue. This we will protest and give up, because in international law...
Don't we say in public, in international law, in front of the world, that the world is funding?
True.
If they're allowing IMF to actually fund Pakistan, they're funding terrorism. We said openly, yet 82% vote come in favor.
Yes, because we are doing it to place our view, not that we are pushing. Look, every negotiation we discussed, there's a price to pay. You can pay the price and up it. Or you decide that, okay, I will not up it. I leave it at this price because it's not fundamental to my thing. So are we ready to up the ante so much? We think that, look, today our share of the IMF is X, which is very small. It's comparable to our economy. Down the line, when our economy grows, when our share becomes up, then we will still have this point to plug in then. If I give it up now as a point and suddenly raise it afterwards, unless I have a reason, I will find it more difficult. So my thing is, there are some enduring issues which we need to place on record, but we don't fight hard adequately, because there's a price. You can get anything done, whether here or elsewhere, if you put in that much effort, but you can't put all this effort for every time. Like we discussed on Masood Azhar, etc. We raise the bar so much, but it's a one-time effort. I cannot keep on raising the bar every time like this. So I decide that, okay, I have, if I may say so, I have bigger fish to fry. So I'm going to look after those fish, not this issue. It is difficult. It's not something that we like, but I cannot solve all the problems of the world.
Okay. So one side can be कि देने दो IMF को लोन क्या ही हो जाएगा पाकिस्तान का लोन
वो फिर से डिफॉल्ट करेंगे
डिफॉल्ट होगा so let it be. The other side is where if tomorrow my contribution in IMF grows bigger, I should be able to backtrack it that consistently over the years I've been able to block it. That's why now I'm raising the bar and like completely blocking it. Let's say in a hypothetical situation today, we had to raise a bar and be like, this is the issue we really care about and block their funding. What price potentially we could have been paid?
No, the price is that you will have to give up your other goals.
Obviously, like
Yes.
what price? What do you think? What leverage other people will play on us?
No, so the US will start saying, will you follow us like Pakistan follows on everything? Are we ready? No, we are
Don't
not
we follow
Pakistan.
US?
No, so I think it's so unfair to say we follow. Look at the Board of Peace. Trump has put up a Board of Peace. Pakistan has joined that. We have not joined it. Because we know this is not a real institution, international institution. So we just say, okay, we haven't said we're not going to join because you will unnecessarily antagonize it. We said we are considering it, etc. and all. We're not going to join it. So there you are. So look, if you want to pay all the price, then you won't be India. So India will do a balancing act. It's not a 100% clean act. It will be sometimes this way, that way, etc. But that's the nature of the thing because our goals are different. We will sacrifice some smaller in negotiation or in anything. You give up smaller things for bigger things. And that's our goal, that we give up, we look at the bigger things. Right now, our goal is by 2047, we should be on par with developed economies. And that's a good goal. It's a long-term goal. We all need to strive to that and see, can we reach that? Smaller goals for the present, we keep them on the back burner and see how it goes.
See, for that goal of developed economy, rising economic interest, everything, right? A lot of people say that we don't actually consider US doesn't consider us a friend. The critics say that they are sort of our bosses. Whatever they'll say, we have to follow. Do you believe in that?
No, not at all.
But every time they say something, we eventually follow in by hook or crook.
No.
I mean, apart from the tariff thing, we probably followed almost everything.
No, I think there are many, many cases where we haven't followed. We don't openly say.
Okay.
But it's, for example, the US doesn't like us negotiating with Iran at all to get our ships. It hasn't stopped us from going and negotiating. And we've openly said we are doing it one by one. If it is working, we will try again. The US doesn't want. It wants people to send ships there, minesweepers, etc. And it doesn't even mention our name because they know that we are not a country which takes a side like that. So I can give you another whole list of things where we are not. So on the war in Ukraine, did we support the US? No. The US asked us repeatedly, vote for us, don't abstain. We didn't. So I don't think there is anybody in the world who thinks that India will be following the US. Even the US doesn't think that way. There may be some people who are here want to prove a point who say that, but in reality, it's not what the reality is.
A lot of people questioned it. And I was sitting with one very famous teacher in India. He teaches geopolitics and trains IAS students and a bunch of people for government exams, right? He's good informational guy and has a funny take as well. His name is Khan sir. I don't know if you ever know.
Yes, of course.
Okay, you know him, right? So what he said that US is our boss because a friend doesn't give commands. Like friend can only suggest certain things. Like for example, Russia is our friend. Russia can say that, yeah, don't do this. I can give you a better deal. And if I give you a better deal, come deal with me. That's what Russia did in the US, Ukraine, Russia scene. But US comes in and be like, stop this or else we'll do this. They threaten you, they command you. And right now, the moment scene got little hard for them with the global economy, with oil prices, they say, we allow India.
Yes.
Who's US to allow India? How can US allow a nation which is independent, democratic and free? Like, why do we even hear these kind of statements and language without repenting?
So, what you're saying is that different countries have different styles of engaging with others. And what you're saying is that, for example,
And
India.
different presidents and prime ministers.
Different prime ministers have different styles. That's a fair point to make. But the US, for a long time, it acts and behaves like a great power. It is hierarchical in nature, and so is China. By that quality, China is also like this. The sort of things they were telling during Galwan, if you look at what they were saying, we insist that India do this, we do. So, great powers who have a hubris will perhaps fall prey to hubris. And it doesn't mean to say that.
What do you mean by hubris?
Is over enthusiasm
Okay.
and sort of what we say arrogance.
All right.
Arrogance. And if you are a great power for a long time, you develop an arrogance. The Russians lost large amount of their territory. So they are not in the same league as the US, because what is worse than losing territory for a country? Because it is a traumatic experience for any country if you lose a territory. And therefore, the Russians look at us. Many people tell us, you are too soft. Doesn't mean that if our demeanor is soft and we talk to everybody politely, that we will agree to them. Oh, you're not too. I remember of people telling me, Maldives? How dare Maldives tell me anything? If I was there, and this was another diplomat saying, if it was in my backyard, I would have gone and hit him. Now, that's their approach. Our approach is very different. We'll handle it in a different way. When they are in trouble, they'll come to us, etc., etc. This happened in Sri Lanka. Who was the first country to help them during cyclones, during their big problem with their economy? We gave them $3 billion or $4 billion, but we haven't gone and told Sri Lanka, do this, do that. I think it's a stylistic difference, and style is important, but we shouldn't mistake style for substance. And it's better not to engage in style, because different countries have different styles of telling.
What is a style, if you had to put it?
Ours is a style of being hard-headed but not showing it openly. So we appear soft, but we are not all that soft. Yes, increasingly we are becoming assertive, and that's the right thing, because otherwise people may not take us seriously. But it's always an evolving thing. We are transitioning from a country which was not so strong and powerful to a country which has a much stronger say now. So we still have remnants of that past style. And some people don't like if we are assertive also. So we try to balance it. No, let's not do it right now. We will do it in due course, etc. It's a transition which is a generational thing. It will take when young people like you are in positions of authority, you may become more assertive, and which is the right thing to do. We have seen ourselves grow from a difficult situation, and therefore we are much more cautious.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you'd like to watch more informational and educational clips, please subscribe to Shamani Clips channel and share this video with someone who you think would like to learn more.